Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is NEStalgiaholic. In today's episode, we're going to take a closer look at Pogs, which became very popular in the 90s. So I'm going to show you my kind of collection I own and a little bit of history about the game and how you play it. And I want to see if you guys have any Pogs. If you do, post some video responses and let me know. You guys take a closer look at some of my Pogs. I got a lot more in my garage somewhere, and when I find them, I will definitely do a video response to show you what I got. And I have also a very cool Pog maker, milk cap maker, which is cool. Let me see if I can find one here that I made. Okay, here's one. This is a milk cap maker, and you get this piece of paper, and it's a pretty cool device. And I'll definitely have to show it off when I find it, and definitely search for it somewhere in my garage, stood away. But anyway, Pogs were huge in the 90s. They came and went pretty quick. But when they were around, they're very, very popular. In fact, I remember growing up in the Seattle area, going to Bellevue Square. There's a mall up there, and they had a Pog store, which is kind of interesting. Huge fad. Now, Pog's been around for a while. It's a game, okay? And Pog stands for, it's P is for passion fruit, O is for orange juice, and G is for guava. It's a drink, fruit juice drink out of Hawaii, and it's been around since the 20s and 30s. Although it's kind of related to a Japanese game called Menko. It's M-E-N-K-O, and that's been around since the 17th century. So it's very related to that. And essentially what these were caps on the bottom of the cap, juice cap or milk cap, and people took them off and they started playing with them. And they just kind of, there was tournaments in the 90s and became very, very popular. I'm going to just point out a few that I have. I remember the No Fear, how popular No Fear was back in the day, the shirts and stuff, right? Let's see what else I got here. Let's see what else we can find. Here's a Power Rangers character, one of the guys from Power Rangers. I got a number of Simpsons ones as well. I mean, there were, you name it back in the day, in the 90s, whatever was popular, they most likely had a Pog for it. Let me show you some gameplay. Now, it was a game, and because of that, it was actually kind of a gambling game, because a lot of people played for Pogs. Okay, now because of that, like in my middle school, it was banned. They banned Pogs. If you brought Pogs to school, they would suspend you. It was a pretty strict thing, because at first we were playing all the time between classes, and then all of a sudden they banned it. I'm sure it happened to a lot of you guys. I'm going to demonstrate how to play Pog, and it's a pretty interesting game, and there's definitely some strategy involved and techniques. So let me show you guys. So, in order to play, you need an opponent. Okay, so in this case, I have an imaginary opponent. We decided to use 15 Pogs. Okay, now it's also, you have to determine how many Pogs you're going to use. So what you do, you agree to how many Pogs you're going to play with. You each create equal stacks, and the object is you have these slammers here, and they're much thicker, much harder than the Pogs. Okay, and the whole idea for that is you're supposed to slam the Pogs. Whatever flips up, you take. Okay, so how you win the game is you collect all the Pogs. Now, some of the Pogs, the original Pogs, actually on the juice themselves, the milk caps, were actually had staples and small staples in them as well, which kind of add to a random act of randomness to the game. Now, if you don't have a slammer, like I didn't have a slammer for a long time, what I did was I went home and kind of made a makeshift slammer, and that was pretty much, I took about 3 or 4 Pogs, I took electrical tape, taped around, and then added a quarter, and that kind of helped add some weight to it, and it would help. So let's try slamming this and see how it goes. Oh, there's another thing. There's a Pog called a Poison Pog, which has a skull and crossbones. I don't have an example to show you, but if you were to have that in your stack, and it's a random Pog you'd put in there, and if the opponent were to flip that over, whatever one's face up, it negates the whole thing, so he doesn't win any Pogs. Okay, so that's kind of an interesting twist to the game. Let me slam it and see how we do. Okay, guys, I'm ready to slam it. It's slammer time. Oh, that's a pretty good slam right there. Let's see how many you got. That's called dominance right there. I got almost everything but 2. So I would take that from my opponent, and that's what he'd be left with, and he would go and try to match that. So that's kind of an example how it works. A lot of times there's some strategy to it. There's some luck, but that's Pog. I definitely enjoyed playing this as a kid growing up. It's definitely a fond memory of my childhood. So if you guys, like I said before earlier in this video, if you have Pogs that you want to show off, if you can find those and post a video response, or let me know if you have them, that'd be awesome. And who knows, maybe someday we'll meet up and have a Pog match. Till next time, guys, take care. NEStalgiaholic out. Now, before I slam it, I find out the best technique is to hold it like this with your pointer finger and your thumb, and on the side just slam it. So let's check it out. Let's do it.